Okay, so first let me speak to the Virgo new moon. Okay, so new moons basically illuminate the dark places and bring light to them. Okay, so when the new moon comes in, you can notice it. It may feel like a release almost, but it's really just bringing and illuminating those dark places within you, so you could see them and they're like front and center almost. So it's basically for you to take right now, like this Virgo energy is for you to take radical responsibility around your actions, your emotions, your thoughts, and your words, and think and be mindful and aware if you're living authentically, how you want to live. Like, are you responding in the ways you want to respond to other people? Are you speaking and loving yourself the way you want to? Are you nourishing your body the way you want to? So this is all going to come up in our faces to show us where it is we need to shift and to accept it as it is, so we're not judging that, coming from a judgmental place. Hello, sweetheart. Oh, you're ready to join us?
Yeah.
This girl brought her journal outside. Look at her, all ready to go, which, by the way, it's super cute. Okay, you're gonna sit with us and meditate?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can you say hi?
Hi.
If you want a pillow, you could sit on a pillow too. Oh my God. So this is gonna be the new thing. I guess she's just gonna see one of us. She sits really well through the energy update too. Tim's over there like, Richie would never do that. Okay, so also think to yourself, are you still blaming the world around you for the things that are happening, right? So our emotions that are coming up, are we still blaming like the situation, or are we going within and seeking the root cause of where it's coming from? And then accepting it as it is and knowing that that's our, trauma and our past that we need to work through so we could shift it for ourselves. So we're looking to be in our wholeness and our power. Okay. And we are, think about it this way, we're the first shift of this. So, not everyone is where we are. It's going to like almost like trickle out. Like I see it like an energetic wave. So when we can be committed to ourselves, we help ripple that out to the people around us. So you're going to notice like the people in your lives just drained, very drained, until they're ready to step it up. And they're going to see that we're doing it differently. And they're going to be like realizing they need that. And then they'll start to take those small shifts that they need to, So a lot of people right now, actually, I'll get to that in a minute. But basically right now, people are getting irritated because they don't know what to do with themselves, and that Mars retrograde energy is like fiery, so it's bringing up irritation and anger and frustration like a lot right now. Why are you looking at me like that, Jess? Is that true? Okay, yeah. So, and including, it was coming up for me last week, so it's going to show up for you to shift anyway. So, but it's happening to a lot of people. Okay, so this Virgo new moon is the first of 3 supermoons, which will lead us into a total solar eclipse in December, which is actually going to be that shift for the new paradigm. So December is going to be big for us. It's going to be basically new Earth. She's practicing writing her name. It's really cute. Good job. So this new moon has the potential to throw us off balance, but it also indicates powerful inner growth and spiritual healing and awakening. So notice where you're feeling off balance, and that's just to show you where you're out of alignment so you can come into alignment in those places. That's all that's for. So don't get too frustrated. Just be aware of it and make those shifts as they come in, because you're going to get a boost of energy that's going to help you make those shifts. First, the awareness is going to come in, and then there'll be a boost of energy to help you shift. So this can bring in a stronger feeling of instability and uncertainty with this Mars being in retrograde. So we see more people likely to lash out with hostile words and actions. So they're, by that happening, they're acting on that feeling of insecurity and instability. So that's just them in that conditioned fear of the unknown. Everything just feels unstable right now and they don't know where to plant their feet. So then it's causing them to lash out. So there's a more aggressive energy. And that's really just an internal war with themselves that's showing, that's being projected. So just be mindful of that, and try to be gentle with people, because if we can, they're struggling and we may be struggling, but we've at least done the inner work. So those that have not done the inner work intentionally are struggling even harder. So we have to remember that, that we're leading that. We're teaching how to better communicate with love, compassion, and empathy. So if we give it to ourselves first, then we can, you know, give it to the world around us. So with this being said, the emotions that come up are for us to process. So rather than rushing to eliminate them, it's up to us to sit with them. So meditation helps. Just noticing that when they're coming up, that to stop what you're doing, and it's basically your emotions are saying, hey, pay attention. So stop everything you're doing and listen. So that's listening to your emotions, listening to your heart. That's what that's coming up for, to get your attention. So then this Virgo energy that's coming in is a time to organize and declutter, not only in our physical world, but also in our minds and our emotions as well. So we're being reminded to commit to daily rituals, including rituals of healing. Okay, so getting back into that mind, body, spirit, making sure that's the number one thing that usually falls off, because we didn't like practice it consistently our whole lives. We're so connected to the physical world, so it takes a little time to get back into that, to commit to it. So just be patient with yourself around that. Set those intentions, like we're going to do intention setting tonight. You know those areas that you need it for yourself. You know, we're going to go into the world you want to create, but then also what you need to shift for yourself and commit to. So Virgo reminds us that our wounds can sabotage us in ways we least expect it. If we truly want a strong foundation, we must heal the cracks in our soul. When we have unprocessed grief and trauma from the past, it creates energetic noise in our system. So it distracts us, takes us off course, and brings us out of the present moment. Okay, so pay attention when you're responding from an old emotional energy, and where you're taking it personally, where you're blaming the situation, where you're feeling like the victim, right? So those are old conditioned mentalities that are ready to leave. So make sure you're paying attention where you're still in that wounded space as you're working through things. So reminding yourself that you have the power to keep holding the light, and not just for yourself, but for the entire planet. Okay. So when we are in our light, we're raising the vibrations, and the earth is assisting us in that right now. So by the earth's vibrations rising and us connecting to that frequency, it makes it so much easier for us. Like I'm telling you, like this past week was a lot, because Virgo brings up your self-worth, which I'm going to speak a little bit in a minute. And it also brings, you know, it was bringing those areas where I was very uncertain, and I was just being mindful of as it was showing up, and I wasn't judging it, but I was observing it. Well, it's that, do you want her in bed? Okay. Thomas is checking on her. Daddy's going to sleep, so if you want to go inside, just go when you're ready. But as it's coming up, observing where that's showing up from, and then recognizing where you need to adjust. So you're just adjusting yourself, going back to those tools that you know, and slowing down around it. So for example, my finances were coming up. This is perfect. So my finances were coming up. The universe was testing me and challenging me in a way that my money was like teetering a little bit, and I was like, this is interesting. It hasn't done this in a while. So I was like, hold on, stop. I have to give this attention and love right now so I can get back into alignment. with my relationship with money, and I did, and then it started to flow in again, and I gained that grounding in it. So notice those areas that are asking for your attention right now, where it's bringing up either like an insecurity or it's just you feel it's out of balance. Give it attention and bring organization to whatever that is. Okay, so before I talk about the equinox, I want to speak to this. So our self-worth. So Virgo brings this up very intentionally for us right now. Yeah. So as you're realizing areas in your life where you're not feeling worthy, or you don't feel like you have enough, or you're not enough, right? So that stems from not, if we feel like we don't have enough, we feel like we're not doing enough, or we're not worth the dream life we want to live. If those feelings come up, that is just for you to self-reflect over where you're not being enough or feeling like you're enough, right? So it's coming back to that. So Virgo can bring that up. So know your worth, don't ask for it, state it, right? So these are the affirmations that come in. Make sure you're adjusting your mindset where it needs to be. If those negative thoughts are creeping in, there needs to be an adjustment there. So a couple of those things would be, you're not your to-do list. You're not your number of likes, which we don't really have that issue here. You're not your mistakes. You're not your bank account. Question your inner critic, know your true worth, and meet yourself. You decide your worth, no one else. Okay, so look for where you're seeking external validation in any ways, and keep getting better at knowing that you don't need that, and standing in your power and basically saying, I am whole and worthy as I am, and I'm going to live out my truth and authenticity. And it doesn't matter like what my bank account looks like. It doesn't matter how much shit I have to do around here. I'm doing the best I can, and I'm honoring myself before anything else, so I can do better in those areas, right? So that's where we have to start aligning with more consistently. Okay, so let's do some moon scopes. Does everybody know their moon sign? I think everybody does. Where is it? There we go. Okay. So I will, I guess, call out the moon sign. Oh, Brittany's trying to get in. Hey, you weren't waiting for too long, were you?
No, just a little bit.
Okay.
I
was like totally up here channeling. That's what I was doing. Okay, so I'm doing moon scopes right now. Okay, does anybody have Aries moon? Jessica. Okay. So Virgo season brings out your need to do something spontaneous. You do not settle down easily, and your heart is always searching for the next adventure. You at first may feel some resistance to the energy of this season. Virgo inspires routines, something which feels very boring to you. Over this season, begin to admire how daily rhythms can give you freedom. Don't see them as limitations, but rather space to explore your emotional landscape. On this new moon, feel into what your independent heart can offer others and envision a life where you are appreciated for your adventurous spirit. Kim's like, yep, that's right. That's awesome. Okay, anybody Taurus moon? Okay, Jade, your Taurus moon. You want to listen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Virgo season provides you with some much needed stability. You are not fond of drastic change, and this past year has shaken you to your core. No. Lean into the grounding vibrations of Virgo. Feel how the security they offer can help you honor your natural talents. Explore your creativity this season and take some chances in expressing yourself in a new way. Envision a version of yourself who feels grounded in themselves and can easily share their inner beauty. It's time to give your true self to the world. Just like you. She's totally just in her. Her highest self, so it's fine. Okay, Gemini moon. No one? Cancer moon. Okay. Virgo season brings out your intuition and desire to connect with your femininity. Virgo is a very healing energy and can teach you how to care for yourself in a new way through daily rhythms of self-care. Over this season, dedicate space and time to taking care of your heart. Create routines that nourish you and allow you to honor your intuitive guidance. On the new moon, envision a version of yourself who extends their gift of love and compassion to the world, helping to raise the vibration to a state of love through healing. Leo moon. Yay, okay. Virgo season brings out the power of your heart and teaches you how to lead others with grace. The energy of Virgo grounds your internal fire and can show you how to accept yourself fully. Over this season, find ways to express your natural talents to the world without fear of rejection. Accept that you may never be perfect, but the world doesn't need perfection, it needs leaders. On the new moon, envision a version of yourself who shows up in a new capacity, ready to help others find their path. Ooh, I'm getting chills on that one. I don't know why. Maybe you're ready for it right now, huh? Awesome. Okay. Virgo moon. Yes. Oh, yeah. Of course it's Kim. She's the Virgo goddess over there. Virgo season brings out your desire to help others. You are a natural healer and may have endured many wounds to find your power as a healer. Over Virgo season, feel into any unprocessed grief of your own. Empower yourself to fully heal before helping others. Know that your journey becomes a roadmap for more to follow. Share it willingly with the world, but do not lose sight of where you are headed. On the new moon, envision a version of yourself who steps into their full power and embraces their gifts, even the imperfect ones. That's a great one. Okay, Libra moon. Brittany, anybody else? I don't think so. No. Okay. Virgo season brings out your need for balance and harmony in every aspect of your life. Virgo's energy illuminates what needs more care and attention. Lean into it to find places where you can bring in beauty and care for your heart on a deeper level. You may have felt rattled by the events of the summer, so it's time to ground your heart and find some inner peace. I like that one. Over this season, create routines that help nourish you and restore balance. On the new moon, envision a version of yourself who first finds balance within, then creates equanimity in the world. That's a good one. Okay, Scorpio moon. That's me and Ellie. And then Eilish and Bruiser, I'm not sure. So, Scorpio moon. Virgo season brings out your need to analyze everything around you. You are fascinated by the internal realm of consciousness and the understanding of energy. Align with Virgo this season to help you piece together concepts that were once foreign to you. Feel into new truths and expand your knowledge of the rhythms of the universe. On the new moon, envision a version of yourself who owns their power and freely gives their gift of magic to the world. I like that one. Sagittarius moon. No one? Capricorn moon. I can't see Eilish. Wait, I know I can't see you. I'll read it if I need to. You could text me. Bruiser, what are you? Pisces moon, Aquarius moon, Capricorn moon. He's unmuted. I don't know if he's on. Okay. I can't see you, so okay. I can read moon scopes again if I need to. Okay, let's go to the houses. Do you guys know how to look up your houses on your birth natal chart? Okay. So I want you to let me know which house Virgo is in. So go to Placidus and then read the
Mine's on 12.
Mine's 12 as well.
Oh, awesome. That makes sense why you're on meditation tonight. It's totally aligned with that. Oh, wait, here's my chat. Sorry. Okay, Eilish, you're Scorpio too. I didn't realize that. Okay. Bruiser, Aries. Okay, so you guys all got it read. Perfect. Okay, let me know when you have all your houses ready. Actually, I don't remember it.
Wait, Doc, what site is it again? I always forget.
AstroDecCafeAstrology.com.
Oh, Asha.
I don't remember mine. I think it's 11. Jade, are you good over there? Yeah. Okay. You gonna go to sleep? No? Okay. Yeah, 11th house. Okay. Does everybody have theirs? If not, that's okay too. But if you need help, let me know. Okay. First house? No. Second house? No. Third house? Okay. Cruiser, so you said 8th house. Okay. 4th house? No. Okay. 5th house? Damn. 6th house? 12. Anna, you have 12 too. That makes sense for you too. Okay. 7th house? 8th house? 9th house? Are we kidding right now? Is this serious?
Wait, I have a question. Mine's XMC. What's MC?
X, that's 10th house. That's your, I forget the name of it. MC, I forget the name. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I don't remember the name. You know how, like, your first house is your rising sign? MC is something else, like Meridian something maybe? Hold on. Let me see if I can find it.
Your Midhaven? Is that
Yeah,
it?
that's it, I think. Midhaven. Who said that? Sarah?
Me.
Yeah,
Me.
good job. Yeah, I can't find where it says that. So I'm not sure what that means. I probably looked at it like once. But you could look into it. Yeah. Okay. No one has 9th house, 10th house, 11th house.
Wait, I have
Oh, wait,
10th then.
8th. Wait, 8th. I forgot. Sorry, guys. I forgot to do 8th. Britt, what did you say?
I have 10th then. The
Okay.
XMC, if that equals 10. I don't know.
Okay. So we have 8th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Okay. So I'll start with 8th. So 8th, focus on your personal growth and transformation. That's what your focus is right now for this new moon. Personal growth and transformation. That's pretty cool. That's a good one for this. That aligns very well with the energy of this year. So, okay, 9th house. Does anybody say 9th? No. 10th, Brit. Focus on your career and how it aligns with your unique talents. That's awesome. I feel like that's totally aligned with how it's going right now, too. That's awesome. Okay, 11th house. That's mine. Anybody else? Everybody's in 12th house? Is this serious? Or don't have any? Okay, so 11th house. Focus on what you are contributing to humanity, which I feel like I've really been doing. I've been focusing on how I want to give back, whether through meditation, creating my products, things like that. Just, I've been doing a lot of creative thinking. Okay, so 12th house. Is that the rest of you? Wow. Okay, so focus on your healing through spiritual growth. So all through that spiritual connection. So making sure that you are connecting with your spiritual self right now. That's awesome. That's crazy that the rest of you have 12. Wow. Okay. And then Eilish, you don't have one. That just means there's no specific focus for you. That's all. It just, like, basically what happens is if it's in your house, that house is illuminating in your life right now to be an intentional focus. Okay, good stuff. So that's why everyone's on meditation tonight. Their spirit told them to. That's so funny. Okay. And then, of course, Jess, because your birthday aligns with this new moon, that's very intentional as well. See, this energy is just like, hey, this is for you. So I love that. Okay, so we have autumn equinox next week on the 22nd. So this is a day where we can experience equal hours of a day and night, which symbolizes duality and oneness. Okay, so it's that balance of light and dark. So it will be activating a powerful configuration with Mercury, Mars, Saturn, and Pluto. So this is just this year specifically, which is known as a T square, and it will be extra potent on that day. So be aware of that. We have very powerful energy, and it's basically one of the most powerful days of the entire year. So together, these planets call for us to take action, to make changes that we desire, but also not to rush ahead. So if you're feeling overwhelmed and feel like you want to like just make those changes, it's that time for you to seek patience within yourself, and then also grounding yourself so you are not making impulsive actions, but really like sitting with those things that you want to shift, and then making divinely guided action at that point. So another thing about this equinox, it can bring third eye activations. So yeah, that's kind of cool. The Lionsgate portal did the same thing for some people, so just be aware if that expands even more that day. Making it easier to connect with our ancestors and loved ones on the other side. So that spiritual energy is really coming in. I don't know. I've been like, since the beginning of the year, getting a lot of visions, and like one of the visions I got was actually being the veil being so thin between the physical world and the spiritual world that we're able to connect strongly, maybe even see easier, things like that. So just be aware if like more light energy is coming in. I have noticed in pictures there's a lot of like rainbow energy. You'll like, you look at some people's pictures and see the light in it. Like I always looked for orbs and things like that, but more so recently there's been like these rainbow lights that have been coming in. So pay attention to them. It's kind of cool. And I have never noticed them before. And I don't think like cameras changed because I still have the same phone and it's showing up on my phone. So, yeah. So be present and sit with your impulses and inspirations before taking action. So balance this fiery energy with grounded energy. Okay. So there's a lot of fiery energy because of the Mars retrograde in, Aries right now. Okay, so it's like this, it's almost like this new energy is starting to flow in. It's very fiery and intense and just a lot, but Virgo is also helping us stay grounded right now, and then we have to continue to connect with that grounded energy as the equinox comes in. Okay, and then Libra season is going to help us balance that out. So there you go, it's just coming in perfectly. That's basically the energy.